My God is not in control. Teachers sit at the table in the teacher's lounge, and they're witches, and they're teaching the children spells, and they're bragging about it.
Listen to this clip of Marty Grisham, who is complaining about God not being in control of the government. But you have to listen to it in context of the fact that this is an event called Pastors for Trump, with a big billboard of Donald Trump in the background. So when they talk about God, they aren't talking about, the God of liberation and the black Christians. Nope, they're talking very specifically about the God of white supremacy that they clearly serve.
One of the problems is people think God's in control. And even with me saying that, I can tell you, some of you are like, tilt, but God is in control. Let me tell you something. My God is not in control when 50 million babies are slaughtered. I'm going to say that again. My God is not in control when the darkness has done what it's done to the little ones. My God is not in control when children in our own school where we live, teachers sit at the table in the teacher's lounge, and they're witches, and they're teaching the children spells, and they're bragging about it. No. So let me talk to you. Go ahead and sit back down. Why do you keep standing up? Let me tell you something about my God. My God is glorious. My God is majestic. He is full of splendor, full of majesty. He's powerful. He is a God of love. He is amazing in every way. But he's not in control. Because, just sit, put your little seatbelt on, sweetie. I'm going to tell you about it. He made us in control. And the reason why 50 million babies are killed, and the reason why all the stuff has happened is because the church has not done their job.
See, this is the thing that you always have to remind yourself of, especially if you are like a religious person, if you are a Christian specifically, and you hear them talk about putting God back. What God? Which God? Because I'm sorry, who these people serve, they're not serving the God I serve. They're serving a very specific white supremacist God. A very narrow interpretation of Christianity that allows them to enact all of their acts of bigotry, all of their hatred, all of their foreign policy, right? All of their domestic policy that demonstrates perfectly that the cruelty is the point.
But that's why you're here. So I'm not preaching at you, I'm preaching with you, because you are not the problem, you're the solution. That's why you're here tonight. The problem didn't want to come. The problem are the pastors that refuse to talk about politics and putting Christians in a place to be able to move government and the laws of the land and implement the laws of God.
What Christianity? You can't tell me that you serve God when the policies that you try to enact when you're in power are the cruelest policies on the face of the planet. So all of this God talk that there, and then again, of course, this event was called Pastors for Trump. They are literally aligning with someone who is antithetical to everything they ostensibly teach. Everything that they tell their own children not to do, they support a president or a presidential candidate who doesn't. And this is a perfect timing, because there are a lot of white evangelical pastors who made their reputation off of Donald Trump, and they figured, well, he won't get reelected, so now we can back away from Donald Trump. So they got the benefit of all of the Make America Great Again crowd supporting them and sending them money. Look, just see Greg Locke. Google Greg Locke, for example. His entire brand was built off of Donald Trump, and they thought that they would be able to move away from him and go to somebody more reasonable like Ron DeSantis, if you believe that he's more reasonable. But he's more palatable. He's less bombastic and less brash with his ignorance as Donald Trump. And so a lot of white evangelicals really thought that they could move on. But nope, Donald Trump is like a bad case of whatever, insert STD. He just flares up. And he's going to stay on them. He's stained these evangelical preachers. He has stained them with his stench. And they have to be held accountable for the fact that they are not worshiping their own biblical God. They are worshiping the God of white supremacy. They are worshiping Donald Trump.